Alright, so I gotta brag on my brother. I don't know how he comes across these deals, but he got this little golf cart thing. And it's pretty daggum cool. He bought it for $50. 50 bucks. I think they put a zero on it. I don't know. It might have been 58 and he said I'll give you 50 bucks for it. Anyways. Says it needs carb. Well, I tell you, I'm a big fan of this carburetor cleaner. So all I did was I get that. I take off this little air filter. One screw there. I spray it down in there. And sure enough, it starts right up. In fact, it started up so good, it kept running. I don't know how old this gas is, but it's a pretty big tank. I mean, it goes from here all the way down to here. It's a pretty big tank. The engine, I'm guessing, is probably like a 110, something like that. It's a little Chinese motor thing. It's got a little fuel pump on it. Let's see. Setting the idle is kind of finicky because wherever this cable was supposed to go, it's been broken off and it's just zip tied right here, so you can't really get it perfect. But I got it idled down pretty low, and you have to hold your foot on the gas for a while until it's basically like choking it. And that's another thing. This choke is frozen. It won't move anywhere. But start it up with a little bit of gas, leave it running, good to go. I strap down the battery. Let's see here. On the back, you see there's a little, put a chainsaw right there. Little place for a chainsaw here. I greased all the Zerk fittings. U-joints, all these, they kind of slip in there, so I put grease on there. Last thing I need to do is tighten the chain. Not that big a deal. You'll loosen this bolt, there's bolts behind there. Tighten that up, and then tighten all these back up. Here's the exhaust I made for it. It does kind of flip open sometimes, but anyways, it didn't have an exhaust. Well, the exhaust that was on there was actually off at the head of the engine. So I put it all back on there, welded it on, and then put something here. I didn't have any extra pipe. At least that was that small that I could run out the back or whatever. So I just had this for temporary. Anyways, what else? But it's got 3 gears forward, 1 reverse, and then of course neutral. It does have a winch on there that works. It didn't at the time. You'd use that and it wouldn't work, but what happened was somebody had blown the fuse. So I put a couple fuses in there. With just a little bit of tension, it would blow one. So I think they had the wrong fuse. So that was a 15 amp. I put a 20 amp in there. But I think I need to clean this, or he needs to get a new one, because after I put that in, it wasn't working right. But I jumped it off of this. The middle is power. This is going to be where you suck the line in. That's going to be where you extend it. But it's got a horn. Oops. Got a horn. It's got lights. The lights are bright too. High beam, low beam. It's got blinkers, but they don't seem to work. But I don't know why you'd need them. I think at one time they might have had speakers in here. Maybe a radio or something. I don't know. But let's see if it'll. And this is definitely made for little kids. But you push down, you get in first gear. It shows. second gear, third gear. There it goes. You go to reverse. Yeah, you just push down for 4 gears, and you go to neutral, and then back for reverse. That's pretty cool, especially for 50 bucks. Dadgum, can't beat that. But it looks like it even had like maybe a little hood on it. Hooks up to there or something. Pretty neat. Anyways, thought you guys might get a kick out of it like I did. Oh, the front. You can see all this tire wear, which you can tell that it is tilted in on both sides, which it's supposed to a little bit. And all of these upper control arms back here were all loose, so I tightened them all up, so it's nice and tight now. So and then all the springs, they were on the hardest setting, so I put them all the way down to the softest setting, which still got to put a little pressure on it. But his kid and his 8-year-old, I think, just turned 9. But anyways, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Thought you guys might get a kick out of it. Comment right. See ya.